Hello guys, it's I Adapt and welcome to my ED3 Crassian Leviathan guide on how to kill it. So actually let me recharge my adrenaline. So this is the first boss of ED3, Elite Dungeons 3, aka the Shadow Reef. So this is a good place to make money for low, mid, and high level accounts. And if you learn how to farm one of the bosses, or like the first boss or the mini bosses that come before him, then you get a good chance at getting dungeoneering points, or if you're lucky, maybe a rare drop. So I'm gonna do a quick run of ED3 up until I get to the first boss, and then I'll show you guys how to kill it. So start off. Hold on, I forgot to toggle my chest. I'll show you guys the toggle thing at the end too. So for now, have your chest auto collect everything that you kill in here. So it's pretty basic. All you have to do is get through all the trash mobs. That's what they call them. These low level monsters right here before you get to the boss. They're not too difficult. You just have to pray to whatever attack style they are using. So the most dangerous ones I think would be these little crabs, because they always constantly hit you and they hit high for some little crabs. And then you got these rangers. So I'm just gonna do a quick run through these, and then I'll show you guys what to do when we get to the boss. So over here is another mini boss that appears. His name is Hanto, and if you kill him, he also gives you dungeoneering tokens, around 5k of them. So you can get 5k tokens just by beating him, and you don't have to do dungeoneering. So that's a good method of trying to get your Charming Imp or Bone Crusher or your Herbicide from dungeoneering without actually doing dungeoneering. And you just need mediocre stats in order to do this. So for him, or Hanto, who appears over here, you have to pray Mage and maybe use Devotion if you're able to. Just kill him. So around this area of the map, down here somewhere. Uh-oh, I'm dying. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, so when you get to the other place down here, another mini boss spawns in. I think his name is Bossy McBossface, who drops a tier 80 sword, I think, that isn't degradable. That sells for around 10 million. So that's another person you can farm, because he also, if you manage to kill him, he also drops 5k dungeoneering tokens. Yeah, I need to pay attention here because I'm getting surrounded by a lot of these things. So if you have soul split and good weapons and armor, this shouldn't be too difficult. But if you're a medium to low level player, then you gotta clear some of these sections, and if you don't have food, back out and then do it, go back in, and it'll give you an option to start off where you left off, and that's the one you want to pick if you're low level. If you're medium level, you could try to get as far as you can and do the same thing, I suppose. And if you're high level, just clear out these trash mobs and just get to the boss. So you clear these, you know, you get random drops. Some might be good, some might not be too good. But if you get lucky, you might get a rare reef. Little slice, I don't know what it is, but it alks for 1 million, so that's worth doing. I hear that this is around 6 mil an hour, so pretty decent money if you manage to find a group that can just clear these trash mobs. Usually people that farm this for money and XP, they just go up to here and they end it here with these last zombies. And then they tele out and do it all over again. But if you're a medium to high level player and you don't get any of these mobs, and maybe you want to get a shot at trying to get a rare drop or some kind of, or just to beat it in general, if you want to go to the next section, then I'll show you guys how to do it. We're almost there. It's this area over here. What you want to bring here is an anti-poison, because if you don't poison it, it will continuously heal for 3,000. But if you poison it, then it just drops down to healing 1,000. And what you want to do with that boss is it has a lot of health, so you got to try to DPS it as much as you can, so you know, do as much damage in a short amount of time. So it has basic mechanics, nothing too difficult for you to be confused about. It's probably two at most, two mechanics. I'll show them to you right now. He pretty much does them at the start, and then it's just rinse and repeat. You just gotta do the same thing over and over and just try to get as much damage on him as possible before he hops to another area. So he starts over here. He starts down there where he's at. You can see that large eel looking thing, and then he comes over here. I'm trying to save my overload because I only brought 2 doses for some reason. Okay, so before you get to him, it's advisable to toggle your treasure chest, because you get a chance at getting double drops, a 20% chance. So before you go inside, have your adrenaline ready, drink your overload, your anti-poison, and if you have super prayer renewal, and just be ready for the fight. So first thing he does when you come in here is he'll spit that venom out. You just want to be on the side of it, you don't want to get hit by it. Then you just hit it, and then when he does this, you want to stand in this section. And then right after he does that, he's going to switch to the other side, and you don't want to be in the way because he'll hit you for high amounts of damage. So that's his second mechanic after the spitting the poison or whatever that is. And then he's going to do it again. He's going to just going to have to stand somewhere in the middle so you can time it before he does it. And he might be able to do it right now again. So just try not to get in the way. Don't get confused like I just did right now. Just try to get it out of the way, because when he does it on one side, he's gonna do it on the other side right after. And what you want to do here, just DPS it. So he does it twice, and then he hits you a few times, and then he's gonna hop to the other side of the map like that. So then you stand on the edge and surge your way across. If you get trapped by the poison, use freedom and then get to the other side. And once again, stand on the side because he's going to be spitting the poison out. And then try to hit him from the center because he's going to do the swipe again. So stay out of that, because he can hit you for up to 5k if you're on the way. So just keep switching sides every time he does it. And he does that twice, so that's once. He attacks you a few times, and then he does it again. So make sure you're out of the way. If you're a medium level player or a low level player, just pray melee because he's gonna hit you with melee. And after he does it twice, he's gonna hop to the other side again. So just be ready to surge. Try to hit bleeds on it. Make sure you keep an eye on your prayer. So he goes to the other side. You make your way over to the other side as well. And then get out of the way because he's gonna do the poison spit thing. And just repeat again. Just DPS it. And after he does it, get near the center because he's gonna do the swipe again. So once he starts doing it, move to the other side. And then to the other side. Don't try to get too close to him. I'd recommend that you don't get too close to him or attack him while he's doing that because he might hit you. But since I have a lance and the lance has a long range, then it's possible for me to attack it while he's doing the swiping. So a Dragon Rider lance would be advisable here too. It's possible to stand in the middle too with the short range weapon, but I mean if you want to take the risk, then you can do it. It's not like you're not gonna be able to, you know, people range it too and like mage it. So same thing again, he's gonna go to the other side. You just want to follow him and then do it again, stand on the side. So right now I'm just gonna try to DPS it by using Berserk. If you have an adrenaline potion, use your adrenaline potions too, just to try to get it to low health. So he's doing the swipe over there. And what you want to do after he does it, go to the next side. That's once. And then he's gonna do it again after a few attacks that he does. I think it's 2. So move on to the other side, attack it, and then move up to the other side again. It's really easy to die when he does that. So if you have a ring of death, it's advisable to use a ring of death so it could teleport you out. It'll cost you less if you have high tier armor that's gonna be expensive to keep when you die. So it's just the same thing. He moves to the other side, spits the venom or whatever that is, and then he's gonna do the swiping. So just be ready to see where the swiping is coming from because it might be from where you're standing or it might be on the other side. So and there's your kill. And I didn't get nothing good, just a common reef relic, some blackstone arrow tips. No luck for me, but then after that you're able to go to the next section of the reef if that's what you're going for, or if that's all you wanted to do, get the 5,000 dungeoneering tokens and a chance of a drop, then that's it. So then you come back to your chest, toggle it again just to make sure that the next time you do it, it picks everything up for you and you're good to do it again. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment if you wanna have if you have any more questions on how to do certain mechanics or certain bosses. And good luck escaping.